Alright, next up we're going to switch it up a bit and do a BR430. First glance, we can see some weed eater wire there, holding that on because that has snapped off. This is separated a little bit there. Choke knob's gone. We have the little guards there all smashed up and gone. We'll prime it up and see if we have some life. Can't really turn the choke there, but alright, we'll see. Oh, that does not feel good at all. Wow. Well, let's see how the gas is. Very oily. Says that it was running and shut off, won't start. Man, I couldn't pull that. Oh. Ah. All right. Let's get into this one. All right. Straight away. All right. Nothing too out of the ordinary there. That's very hard to turn over, but we got no play. It's just extremely hard to turn over. Whoa. Whoa. A lot of gas coming out of there. I wonder if we're hydrolocked. Let's go ahead and get this guy out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This one only has the 3-piece. 1, 2, and 3. Out she comes. Alright, let's check if we're hydrolocked here. Well, that's special. That's special. We're gonna, well, I don't know if we're gonna fix that. We're gonna see if we're gonna fix it here very shortly. Absolutely soaked. Now let's see if I can get wet. Yep. And you can see all that gas that just came out of there. We were hydrolocked, is why it's so hard to turn it over. Can almost guarantee the diaphragm in the bottom of the carburetor has failed, has a crack in it, has a hole in it, which slowly allows the gas to go through into the cylinder, filling it. And then when it comes up on its compression stroke, water doesn't compress. So it's very hard to turn it. Or water, gas, liquid doesn't compress. Ooh, look at that. You can hear it. It almost sounds like something's back there making a sound too, but alright, we're gonna get all that gas out of there. Hope there's not any in the muffler. I don't believe there should be, but we're gonna find out. Alright, this is gonna be fun to try and not get wet here. There it is! Ha! Old Faithful. Well, that was fun. Just lightly peppered everything up here, my arms. That was fun. Let's go ahead and give this a quick blow while we're there. Get all that gas out of there. Let's take off that carburetor. Alright. Should be just 1 and 2. Throw some. Get these guys out of here. Should be it for that. Make sure you move this cord here, because it won't pull out if you don't. No, don't lose that. That's 1 and 2. Yeah, nice and easy. Get that guy that fell down there. Remember, loosen that up, because when you pop off these fuel lines, it will spray you like it came out of there. But I can guarantee that diaphragm on the backside of that has a hole in it. Willing to bet. I'm gonna start by getting this guy off. There we go. That one's off. Try to save the gasket. Push that gasket back up against there. Oh, and we'll pop out that frayed throttle cable. So it should pop right up like that. Be careful that... Is that frayed? Oh no, it's just hairy. No, it's frayed out. I knew it! Right there. Alright. There we go, we didn't get sprayed, that's good. Shove that right in there. Just take that off. I'm going to clean it up a little bit first. We're going to take that off. Luckily that doesn't feel like it had, when it broke off, that it messed up the carburetor at all. So let's clean that off. Alright. Hit it real quick with that carb clean. Hit it quick with that carb clean. Get our handy dandy screwdriver. Get this off. Alright, at first glance it looks pretty good. When we hold it up to the light, you can actually see right there on that curve, it is cracked wide open. I hope you can see that. Whoa, 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 whoa. But yep, we have a hole right along that curve, which is causing the gas to go right through it, fill up the chamber. And if you didn't notice, there's also a big old cut right there. Hopefully, I hope you guys can see that. But this diaphragm is no good. It's all wrinkly, crinkly, and we got holes in it, and allowing the gas to go by. You can actually see that slice. So, could be problem solved. It actually feels pretty good turning over. Doesn't feel extremely bad. Get a new diaphragm. We'll put it on, throw it on, see if she'll fire up. Before we do that, let's check out this spark arrestor. Spark arrestor does have a bit of carbon built up on it, but you can actually see through that. But it's starting. Just give that a quick clean off. Look at this coming out of here. Look at that. Good. Clean that out. See if there's any gas in here. Look at all that gas in there. We're just gonna blow that right off so it evaporates really quickly. There's still more in there. But I think we're actually pretty good. The rest of it will burn off when we start it up. Cool. put this back on right quick. Oh, 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 oh. Hold it down. Let's just go on. Yeah, it goes on like that. We'll line that up. Get it in there. Perfect. Like that there. Right back on. Easy. Alright, diaphragm time. Alright, so while we're waiting on those two parts there, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to fix this guy. Because we need that before it, you know, starts. So I'm gonna grab some needle nose pliers. You can see the end of it right there, so I'm gonna grab it from the furthest end. There it comes. Just like that. And then the end of it has a little hook on it. So there you go, you get that little hook to come off. Now the way I like to do this, we'll put it right back through the same hole it was originally in. Now I'm gonna press down on it hard. Literally make it poke through the other side. So as you can see, it's right there just poking through. So we know that's on there pretty solid. Alright, then I take a little piece of electrical tape about yay big. Put it right at the end there. And just wrap it around really nice and tight. Really try to get it as tight as you can around there. And all that's doing, not hurting nothing, but what it's doing is gonna hold it right there straight ahead when you try to put it back into here. So that's how I found the easiest way to do it. One little piece of electrical tape around there, that's gonna hold it in solid. I'm gonna take some multi-purpose penetrating oil, spray it right in there. Then we're gonna push it in. Look at that, it went in pretty nice and easy. Oh, and then right out the side because that's broke. We didn't know about that, did we? Yep, now we're in it. Well, that's really good. Guess what else we're getting? Jeez. Oh, for the time being, just to see if we can get it to start up. Let's go ahead and see if I can get it to go in there. I don't think so. So I'm going to hold it really tight. We're going to push it in. Ah! Then you can look through that hole and twist it to where you need. There it is. It's actually right back in the hole and on still, which is good. At least we can test it, and then I'll have a new spark plug boot we'll put on there for him. It's not one thing, it's another, you know what I mean? Alright, we got a few things here. It's your pump diaphragm number on there. Don't have a number for that, but that's our choke knob. And a brand new air filter because that one is probably full of gas with our little failure here. So let's go ahead and put on this diaphragm. And you can see on this side, you have these two posts here. Now look at the difference in that. That's a new one, that's an old one. See the difference. And it's gonna make a world of difference. So, I'm gonna back on. February actually looks really clean in there. Get that right back on. Screw it right back in. While we're here, let's go ahead and put this guy back on. Alright. Let's place that in, give it a turn. And right back on. There we go, that's turning. Wait a minute. I'm just gonna screw that in. There it goes. I'm gonna hit that. Boom. Lovely. Got it back on. Let's go ahead and reinstall it. We'll see if she fires up. There we go. First, put our gas back up. Throttle cable back in. Put that back in. Hook this guy back up. Now we're gonna route these down here. Throttle cord goes right back where it was, all the way in the back, and the two fuel lines will run. Kind of lock it in there, and then swoop it down and around. Looking good. Everything's looking just peachy. We'll go ahead, throw this guy back on. Should just slide right in. Again, move this forward because that will drive you absolutely bonkers. There we go. Good deal. Got nuts back down here. And this one's always a real fun one to try to get back in because it just barely reaches. See? There she goes. Alright, we're getting close here. Feels a little bit better to turn over now. Yep. Cool. Go ahead and put this right back on. And again, I'm not going to tie it down just yet. We're having a malfunction heat. There it goes. I don't know what that was all about. What are we doing here? There it goes. Again, the little rubber has to go on there. There it goes. Just like that. In we go. Lost one. There it is. Yep. There it goes. Alright. Let's give it a go. There we go. Give it a couple bumps since, you know, we switched out that diaphragm, all the gas came out of it. So, prime it again. Choke's working. Ooh. Oh, just tighten up the gas. Come on, baby. Yeah, baby. On and popping again. I'm gonna make a quote now for the throttle cable, a new shroud. What else did I think of? Maybe a new one of these guys here, guard. There it goes. Still, that's probably the reason why it's doing that. Is that's bent. There we go. We already have the air filter, but yeah, she sounds good. Oh. Easy peasy. We're on and running. It's not going to fill up with gas anymore and become hydrolocked. Cool. Get rid of this guy for the ending. There it is. That was not a bucket, but in nonetheless, I'll take it. Pop that baby back on. We'll get these 3 back in there and move on to the next one.